You set the same goal 3 times. You started strong. You failed quietly. And now you're wondering if you're just not disciplined enough. Here's the truth. You don't need more willpower. You need a better system. Most of us approach change the wrong way. We focus on what we want to achieve, lose weight, build a business, learn a language, and when we don't see results fast enough, we quit. But what if the problem isn't your goals? What if it's the tiny, invisible decisions you make every single day? Atomic Habits isn't about motivation. It's about mechanics. It reveals how small habits compound over time and how you can design a life where good behaviors happen automatically. If you're tired of starting over, this might be the most important idea you hear today. Let's start with a simple math problem. If you improve by just 1% every day for a year, you don't end up 365% better. You end up nearly 37 times better. That's the power of compounding. But here's the catch. It works in both directions. Get 1% worse each day and you'll decline nearly down to 0. Most people overestimate what they can do in a week and underestimate what they can do in a year. We expect transformation overnight. We want the 6-pack in 30 days, the best-selling book in a month, the thriving business by next quarter. But real change doesn't work like that. Imagine you're on a plane flying from Los Angeles to New York. If the pilot adjusts the flight path by just 3.5 degrees south, you won't notice at takeoff, but you'll land in Washington, D.C. instead. Tiny changes, massive outcomes. The reason you don't see results immediately is because habits don't follow a straight line. There's a valley of disappointment, a gap between effort and reward. You work hard for weeks and see nothing. Then suddenly the results appear all at once. Your work was never wasted. It was just being stored. This is why systems matter more than goals. Goals are about the results you want. Systems are about the processes that lead to those results. Winners and losers have the same goals. What separates them is the system. Here's a question most people never ask. Who do you want to become? We usually set goals based on outcomes. I want to lose 20 pounds. I want to run a marathon. But there's a deeper level. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you want to be. Go to the gym once? That's a vote for being a healthy person. Write 1 page? That's a vote for being a writer. The most powerful habits aren't built on what you want to have. They're built on who you want to be. Consider 2 people trying to quit smoking. Someone offers them a cigarette. Person 1 says, "No thanks, I'm trying to quit." Person 2 says, "No thanks, I'm not a smoker." Same behavior, different identity. Person 1 still sees themselves as a smoker who's resisting. Person 2 has changed their self-image. And identity is the strongest force in human behavior. Here's how it works. Decide the type of person you want to be, then prove it to yourself with small wins. Want to be a reader? Read 1 page. Want to be a fit person? Do 1 push-up. Want to be a fit person? Do 1 push-up. Want to be organized? Clear 1 surface. You don't need to be perfect. You just need evidence. Because every action is a signal to your brain about your identity. Repeat the signal enough, and the identity becomes real. Habits are just behaviors that have been repeated enough times to become automatic. But how do you actually build them? There are 4 stages every habit goes through: cue, craving, response, reward. And for each stage, there's a law. Law 1, make it obvious. You can't change a habit you don't notice. Most of what we do each day is automatic. We don't decide, we react. So the first step is awareness. Try this. Write down everything you do from the moment you wake up to the moment you leave the house. You'll be shocked by how much runs on autopilot. Now, design your environment to make good habits obvious. Want to drink more water? Put a full bottle on your desk. Want to practice guitar? Leave it in the middle of the room. Want to eat healthier? Put fruit at eye level in the fridge. Your environment shapes your behavior more than you think. If you're relying on motivation alone, you're fighting uphill. Law 2. Make it attractive. We're more likely to do things we find appealing. So, how do you make a hard habit attractive? Use something called temptation bundling. Pair something you need to do with something you want to do. Only watch your favorite show while on the treadmill. Only listen to audiobooks while cleaning. Only get a fancy coffee after sending that difficult email. You're not bribing yourself. You're rewiring your brain to associate the hard thing with the pleasant thing. Law 3. Make it easy. This is where most people fail. They set the bar too high. The best way to build a habit isn't to do it perfectly, it's to do it at all. Use the 2-minute rule. When you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes. Read before bed becomes read 1 page. Do yoga becomes get out the mat. Study for class becomes open my notes. You're not trying to achieve the goal yet. You're trying to show up, because showing up is the hard part. Once you're there, momentum takes over. Also, reduce friction. The easier a habit is to start, the more likely you'll do it. Want to go to the gym in the morning? Sleep in your workout clothes. Want to eat healthy? Prep your meals on Sunday. Want to stop scrolling? Delete social media from your phone. Every second of friction counts. Law 4. Make it satisfying. We repeat what feels good. So the trick is to feel successful immediately, even if the long-term reward is far away. Use a habit tracker. Put an X on the calendar every day you complete the habit. It sounds simple, but it works. You'll feel a hit of satisfaction, and after a few days you won't want to break the chain. Another strategy: get an accountability partner. Knowing someone else is watching makes the social cost of failure real, and we're wired to avoid that. One of the simplest ways to build new habits is to stack them on top of existing ones. You already have dozens of habits hardwired into your day. Use them as anchors. The formula is simple. After I, current habit, I will, new habit. After I pour my coffee, I will write down one thing I'm grateful for. After I sit down at my desk, I will open my most important project first. After I take off my work shoes, I will immediately change into workout clothes. You're not adding to your to-do list. You're inserting the new behavior into a system that already runs automatically. This works because your brain loves patterns. Once a sequence is established, each step triggers the next. You think you lack discipline, but often you just have a bad environment. A study on hospital hand hygiene found that doctors washed their hands more often when soap dispensers were placed in convenient locations. Same people, same goal, different environment, different result. Your willpower is limited. Your environment is not. If you want to break a bad habit, make it invisible or difficult. Want to stop snacking? Don't buy junk food. Want to stop wasting time online? Log out of every account after each use. Want to stop hitting snooze? Put your alarm across the room. If you want to build a good habit, make it visible and easy. One person wanted to practice gratitude but kept forgetting, so they put a journal and pen on their pillow every morning. When they woke up, it was the first thing they saw. The behavior became automatic within a week. Design beats discipline every time. Let's make this real. Here's what you can do today. 1. Pick one habit you want to build. Just one. Write it down. 2. Use the 2-minute rule. Scale it down. 2. Use the 2-minute rule. Scale it down until it feels almost too easy. 3. Stack it. Attach it to something you already do every day. 4. Change your environment. Make the good habit obvious. Make the bad habit invisible. 5. Track it. Put a check mark somewhere you see it. Build the chain. You don't need a complete overhaul. You need one small decision, repeated consistently. That's it. Here's the last thing to remember. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. The person you'll be in 5 years is being built right now, not by the goals you set, not by the promises you make, but by the tiny actions you take today, tomorrow, and the day after that. Motivation gets you started. Habits keep you going. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Start small. Start now. And let the compound effect do the rest. If you want more breakdowns like this, books that actually change how you think and act, subscribe. One idea at a time. No fluff. Just what works.